Here we have, for this project, we have a 700 Remington left-hand bolt installed in the lathe here. And as you can see on this end over here, if we spin it here, we got right at 6 thousandths run out. And we're centered up in the firing pin hole here, which tells me that basically the firing pin hole is off about 6 thousandths. Reason being, if you run back here to this area and check the run out, I have a special mandrel here tapered into the chuck so that we can move up and down and not throw any stress on the bolt body. But if you spin the chuck here, you're looking at 1 or 2 tenths run out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with this. We're going to cut this whole bolt body down and install a one-piece sleeve. At the same time, when we're in centers, we're going to true the back side of this, the lugs here. We're going to true the face of the bolt here, and so that when we're all done, the sleeve is running perfectly true with the bolt body and is perpendicular, and the face is in good shape. Once we start cutting, we're going to be cutting from this direction left to right, and we're going to put a special little plug in the firing pin hole. The reason being, we don't want to wallow out that firing pin hole, so we'll put that in there now. And as you can see, it's just a made up plug that fits the firing pin hole right on the money, and it has a center on this end here, and it works real good. And we may end up with a little more run out here now than we had before, but it's fine because the last and final cut will be a real fine cut, and then I'll remove the plug and we'll go right into the hole in the bolt, and our final cut will be right on the money. So what we'll do now is we'll go back here and we'll insert the cutter, and we'll remove some metal here. We're going to stop just shy of the lug area here, and we'll pick that up and to the back side of these lugs here on the final operation. We're going to have to do a little different setup here for that. But anyway, we've turned the shaft down now, and we're going to make a final cut on here, and then we'll install the sleeve. Here we have just made the final cut. As you can see, we have the plug out, and we're going centering off the firing pin hole. Now this is the diameter that I want to put my sleeve on, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see that the actual bolt head here is a plug which is fitted into the actually the bolt body is a tube. They have changed their system more than once. I see on this one here it goes in about to here. On some of them it'll go in a good inch, and they've used pressing them in and silver soldering them in. I don't know what this process is. It's a later one. But we're going to slide back now to the back end here, and we're going to make a cut about 5/8 of an inch long here, where the bolt handle is going to be silver soldered onto, and we're going to do that now, and we should be able to pull out of here and slip on our sleeve and glue it. And then this part here that I've turned for my bolt handle, I will use the when I unscrew this bolt from my bolt holding fixture here, I'll be able to screw it back on and recenter back up, indicating off of this area here that I know is true now. There we have about 5/8 of an inch, and like I said, I'll use this to indicate back in when I pull out of there. In the next series, I'll show you how we get the bolt ready to glue on the sleeve, and we'll go from there. Thank you. Here we have the bolt body back into the lathe here, and we have glued on the sleeve. This is the sleeve, this area right here. And what we did here when it was in here prior, we turned the bolt, the original bolt body down, and left an area here that we could indicate back in because we had to take the bolt back out of there to install the sleeve. The sleeve has been glued on. And now what we're going to do is turn this sleeve down to 0.704. The raceway in the receiver we're using has been bored to 0.705. So we want about a thousandth clearance in there, or a half a thousandth on each side. Anyway, what we're going to do is turn this down, and when we get down to this end here, we're going to through the back side of the lugs, so that the lugs are parallel and concentric to the bolt body. It's all in one. Notice over here we installed the plug back in, and we're going to leave this in so we don't wallow out the firing pin hole until the last cut. Let's get started now, and we'll turn down the bolt body.